unspecifically funny story dedicated to Cosmic Thing. I hope you get better soon. So funny. Well, once upon a time, there was a green platypus. And that green platypus was of a large family of ducks. The platypus had rolled out of its nest as an egg and landed in the nest of the ducks. And when it hatched, the ducks were too dumb to really realize the difference, so the ducks raised the platypus as a duck. But as it got larger, it started to realize that it was different from other ducks. It didn't have wings, it couldn't fly, and it was much larger. It could probably eat most of the other ducks if it really wanted to. So the platypus one day decided, I don't fit in here. I'm gonna go away and find my own place in the world. Find other ducks just like me. And so he did. He waddled. Platypuses waddle, right? Yes. He waddled his way away from the nest, and he found a tree. Very close to the nest, but it was farther than he had ever been before. So he looked up at the tree and saw the birds flying around through the tree. Not ducks, but other birds. Birds he'd never seen before. And he said, "Hey you! Am I like any of you? Am I like another type of bird?" And the birds looked down at him and laughed. "Dee dee 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 dee! You're not a bird. I don't know what you are. You got a beak-like thing, but you're not a bird. You don't have wings. You have feet that waddle instead. Go find something else. You are not a bird." So the platypus waddled on, and it went up the stream where it lived, a little ways, but still not out of sight from home because he was still quite nervous. And he found a bear. And he looked up at the bear and he asked, "Am I like you?" And the bear looked down at him and growled. And he responded, "No, you aren't like me. I am a bear. I am big and I am strong. And I hibernate for very long times. Do you hibernate?" And the platypus thought about this for a second, and he responded, "What's hibernate?" Because the platypus didn't know of the other creatures in the forest. And the bear responded, "It's just about winter time. I'm gonna go hibernate. Ask your parents." And the bear trounced off to its cave to go hibernate for the winter. The platypus could realize that, okay, it wasn't a bear. So it continued up the stream, and this time a little bit further. This time he couldn't see his home any longer. But he found something interesting. It looked kind of like him. It was living on some wood in the water. "Am I like you? Am I one of you?" he yelled out. It was a beaver, you see. He mistook the flap of its tail for a beak, like its... Yes, a bill. Bill. They're called bills. The beaver responded,
"No, I'm a beaver. Why would you think that I'm like you? We look nothing alike. Look in the water. Look in the water. We look nothing alike."
And then it went to chew on some wood, and the platypus took its advice and looked in the water, and it realized it didn't look like any of the creatures it had seen. So it continued to make its way up the river, and it came upon a purple hippo. And the purple hippo was big, and the purple hippo was smart, and the purple hippo was hungry. The platypus said to the purple hippo, "Do you know what I am?" know what I am? And the purple hippo said, I think you are a platypus. A very a very handsome platypus. And if you're looking for other platypuses, platypi? I'm not sure what they're called in plural. But they live inside of me. So you should come on and join your family. And the hippo opened its mouth up really wide. And with its hoof-like thing, that was also purple like the rest of it, it pointed inside. And the platypus thought about this for a minute. I don't know about this. The purple hippo closed its mouth and responded, Oh, it's fine. In here is all your family, and they're happy, and they miss you. And the platypus responded, No, my family is all back that way. The things that have the beaks and they can fly, and maybe I can't fly, but they're the family that I have, and they're not in there, are they? And the purple hippo got frustrated. Well, if you're not going to join your family on your own, I'll make you. And the big hippo took a big step towards the platypus. But the platypus was much faster because it was a big fat hippo. So it ran as fast as it could on its legs. And it ran and it ran and it ran all the way to its home. And finally, it got back to the nest of the ducks. And it was happy because that was its home. I'll never leave you guys again. You guys are my family. And the ducks all looked at him. And one spoke up.
What are you talking about? You're a platypus. Those things right over there.
And the platypus looked up and across the river, right across from where the ducks were nesting. And it saw hundreds of platypuses, platypi. And it finally realized he was home all along. He just didn't realize that he was on the wrong side of the river all the time. And so both the ducks and the platypuses, platypi, welcomed him with open bills. Not to eat them, but to, I don't know. Some have wings, some have arms, so I can't say they said open wings or open arms. Maybe both. Anywho, everyone lived happily ever after. The end.